Oh gosh. There we go. Oh, and then there we are. Okay. There we are. Got it set up the way I needed it to be. Kipper's up there, on top of the desk, way up high. But yes, hi. My name is Micah. Welcome to my corner of the internet. And we are playing some Steins Gate, because I've been meaning to play it on stream and I haven't done it yet. Oh, there he is. And I honestly don't know much about it. I know that there's an anime that's based off of it. There's also a few games. This is one of them. I don't know if it's like, if I'm playing them in the right order by any means. But yeah, we'll figure it out. Oh, maybe I should have looked at the configurations. Because there's Japanese voice acting, which is fine, it's just that might overlap what I'm trying to do. Okay. Okay. That's, okay. This is pretty intense already. Oh, that got cut off on my screen. Oh dear. Oh man, there's... This is very intense. Okay, very intense start. Okay then. I have no idea what I'm supposed to make of this at the moment, but that's okay. I'm sure something will make sense at some point. Oh, some of my controls are not something that I can see. I have to... Okay, that's kind of wild. Hey, what are you mumbling about? There's no sound from the phone against my right ear, only silence. I am baking in the summer sun. Sweat slowly slides down my chin and drops onto the asphalt. Okarin! Earth to Okarin! A girl is standing in front of me. She calls my name with an inquisitive tilt of her head. We are about to infiltrate deep into enemy territory, yet despite the imminent risk of death, there is no hint of tension on her innocent, childlike features. I cover my phone's mouthpiece and turn to the girl with an index finger to my lips. You talking to someone? I nod and put my phone back to my ear. Still no sound from the other side. My contact is wise to maintain silence. The whole area could be bugged. No, I was just talking to someone. Everything's fine. I'm about to infiltrate the assembly hall. Still no reply. Looks like they just want my report. It's too dangerous to waste time talking here anyway. Yeah, Dr. Nakabachi got the jump on us, but I'll make sure he tells us everything. What? The organization is already on the move? I open my eyes wide to match my shocked tone. The girl turns towards me in surprise. I sigh, shaking my head as I rub my temples. I see, so that's the choice of Steins Gate. Elsai Kongru. I speak the parting words, then pocket my cell phone. Steins Gate. Some know it as fate, to others it is the will of God. You could count on one hand the people in this world aware of its true nature. In any case, we should begin the infiltration. I advance towards Radicon, which is just across the street from the train station. I have no idea what I'm supposed to be making of any of this. Of course, this is enemy territory. I can't just stride through the front door like an average person. I bypass the elevators and escalators and head to the 8th floor by the stairwell, but I only make it to the 7th floor before I have to stop and rest. Who was that on the phone? The girl, Shina Mayuri, immediately resumes our conversation. She followed me all the way here, and she isn't even short of breath. I, on the other hand, am gasping for air with my hands on my knees. Who would have thought an 8-story building would be so tall? I turn to Mayuri while wiping the sweat off my brow. If I told you, I'd have to kill you. Oh, wow. Thanks, Okurin. Okay. Hi, Kipper. Can you move? Mayuri smiles happily and doesn't pry any further. As always, she is quick to understand my position. We've known each other since we were both little. Mayuri is 16, 2 years younger than me, so she's more like a little sister than a typical childhood friend. I've been looking out for her as long as I can remember. I used to hope that Mayuri might become the key to Steins Gate, but now I've reconsidered. I don't want that terrible fate for her. She should live a normal life. That is my present wish. What in the world? Hey, don't chew cables. If you start being a menace, I'll kick you out. You silly cat. We continue to the 8th floor and enter the assembly hall. In front of us stands a cheap-looking stage with a podium and a sign reading Dr. Nakabachi's Time Machine Press Conference. Okurin! Okurin! Mayuri insists on calling me Okurin, but it's neither my real name nor my code name. It's just one of those annoying nicknames people use. How many times do I have to tell you, don't call me Okurin? Huh? But I've always called you that. That was then. I have since become... Oh god, how do I say this? Oh jeez. Hoowin Kyoma, the insane mad scientist hunted by secret organizations the world over. Mwahaha! But that's too hard to remember. In any case... Oh gosh, I'm never gonna say this. I'm never gonna say this right, am I? Oh god. That word, Kyoma, is my true name. That is such a difficult name to say. And besides, it doesn't even sound like Okabe Rintaro. You're weird. Cease your foolish laughter. Okabe Rintaro may be my real name, but I have rejected it, for it is stupid. And so I also hate the derivative Okarin. Come on, it sounds like that elf boy's blue pipe thing. Oh, like an ocarina? I guess. So, Okurin, can I ask you something? In one ear and out the other. She's been calling me that for 5 years now, so maybe it's time to give up. What are we doing here? Wait, you followed me here without knowing why? Yep. She nods without dropping her smile. Hey, stop chewing my cables. Oh, and he also bumped my webcam. There we go. We're here for Dr. Nakabachi's press conference. We're standing in the assembly hall on the 5th floor of Radicon. It is here that the conference will be held. Dr. Nakabachi is an inventor. He appears on TV from time to time and has a few patents under his belt, but mostly he is treated as a curiosity. Press conference? But where are the reporters? Mayuri's right. I've scanned the entire hall, but there's no one who looks like a reputable reporter or cameraman. There are only about 10 of us standing in the hall, including me. Considering Nakabachi's moderate media presence and the fact that he claims to have invented a time machine, I would have expected more. Could this be the organization working its twisted influence? I twist my lips into a sneer. I thought that Nakabachi was like me, a scientist fighting to overthrow the organization, but this press conference suggests other motives at work. Our enemies won't miss this chance. I'd prefer not to get wrapped up in his mess. Nevertheless, I'm interested in what he has to say. That's why I'm here, blowing an afternoon of my precious summer holiday. Mayuri ponders my utterance for a while before finally turning her head. You wrapped something? Is it his birthday too? I let out a sigh. Mayuri is known to not only make bad jokes, but to laugh at them too. She's always been special. Keep your guard up, Mayuri. I suspect this won't be a normal I didn't even finish my sentence. Are we under attack? Are they trying to fry our brains with electromagnetic waves? I don't think that's it. Dust falls from the ceiling as the floor shakes. We're definitely under attack. It's coming from above, but we're on the top floor. All that's above is the roof. An earthquake? Is it magnitude 2? What does magnitude mean again? No time to deal with Mayuri's confusion. Something's not right about this. I bolt out of the conference hall and run up the stairs to the roof, ignoring the no trespassing signs in my way. The door is open. Upon closer inspection, I realize that the lock has been broken. I open the door and see a billowing cloud of black smoke. I mean, that looks like red sparkles to me, but, like, what do I know? There's some kind of phosphorescent dust sparkling in the air. Oh, okay, so that's what you meant. An explosion? I can't believe it. Was there really an explosion? My heart is racing. Damn, I don't know what to do. Should I run away? But why an explosion? Terrorists? No, that doesn't fit. I mean, how do you explain that? What the? A strange machine is sitting in the middle of the roof. It's huge, maybe 3 meters tall, and looks kind of like a satellite. Did that thing cause the shaking just now? Who put it here? Was it Dr. Nakabachi? Or is this part of his presentation? Impossible. Even if that were the case, how the hell would he get it up here? My head is bursting with questions. As I search for the courage to approach the machine, a throng of reporters and building staff bursts onto the rooftop. They look just as confused as I am. Please stay back, everybody. And then a woman, who I assume is a staff member, appears to wave us back. The press conference will proceed as scheduled. Is she trying to hide something? Her response was unusually quick, almost like she's trying to keep me away from that device. I've got a nose for conspiracies, and this stinks of a cover-up. What are they hiding? What was that explosion? I want to know, but I shouldn't risk getting any closer. I turn and leave, but not because I'm scared or anything like that. Yeah, okay. Staff members lead all of us back to the 8th floor. Mayuri is nowhere to be seen. She's not in the event hall either. I find her on the 7th floor. Several capsule toy machines are lined up next to a plate reading "Birthplace of the Japanese PC." She's gazing upon them with a wistful look. I breathe a sigh of relief, then take out my phone. It's me. I've got a bad feeling about this. Something's happening, and I have no idea what it is. Yeah, I know. Don't worry. I won't do anything to jeopardize the mission. Elsai Kongru. After I speak the words, which sound ridiculous, by the way, they sound ridiculous, and hang up, I am able to wipe the sweat from my forehead. My sweat is cold. Half of me hopes something will happen. The other half fears the same thing. I put away my phone and look back at Mayuri. She's still staring at those capsule toys. She doesn't seem to be worried about the explosion at all. I can't decide if she's level-headed or just airheaded. What are you doing? Well, I really want an Upa. Just as I thought. Mayuri points to a capsule machine. The sign on the front says, Reinet Kakeru 3D Character Doll Series. Rainet Kakeru is a popular anime series with its own card game spin-off, Rainet Access Battlers. They even hold international tournaments. Upa is the series' mascot character. It resembles an elliptical egg with limbs sticking out, like some kind of deformed dog. It's what they call an ugly cute character. High school girls find these creatures adorable for some reason. Last year, an ugly frog character was the rage. Its name escapes me, though. Then go for it. I can't guarantee you'll get an Upa, though. Mayuri gives me a troubled smile. But Mayushi's all out of 100 yen coins. Mayushi is what Mayuri calls herself sometimes. According to her, it's supposed to have a star at the end. Mayushi! But who really cares? So can I borrow 100 yen, please? She holds her hands out with a look like a begging puppy. Looks like she was planning this from the very beginning. Well, at least she didn't say gimme. Do you think it's that easy, Mayuri? You'll get no money from me. Instead, I'll show you just how harsh life really is. I pull out a 100 yen coin, set it into the machine slot, and spin the lever. I open the capsule and take out the contents. Mayuri leans forward eagerly to see what I got. It's an Upa, and it's metal! A metal Upa! Is it rare? Super rare! While I examine the metal Upa, a boy who was watching us tries his luck on the same Rainet machine. Hello! Hope you're doing well. Aw, a normal Upa. He looks at my metal Upa in resentment. I turn to see Mayuri's sparkling eyes also fixed on the Upa. Hey, high school girl, you're acting like a little kid. I give this creature of metal to you, Mayuri. Honestly, I don't want it. Really? Are you sure, Okurin? The name's I'm never gonna say this right. Hoowin? Is that how you're supposed to say it? I don't know. Did the sub not go through? I don't know. It should have. Hold on. Let me look at things. Maybe I need to refresh this page. I don't see anything on my end for the activity feed. But it says that I have 2 subscribers now, so by the looks of it, it did go through. But I don't know why the alert didn't go off, which is very weird. Because, like, I haven't done anything to change around my alerts that I know of. So, that's unusual that didn't go through on there. Weird. Anyway, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. Oh, oops. I need to readjust my stuff again. Okay, there we go. I think I've got it the way I need it now. And then my cat's, being a cat. Kyoma. Because I have no idea how to say that. Hoowin? I think I'm saying that so wrong. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Okurin. Is she doing it on purpose? Thank you all for coming to Dr. Nakabachi's Time Machine press conference. I hear the announcement from the floor above. Sounds like they're starting. I head to the stairs, but Mayuri doesn't follow. Let's go, Mayuri. Just a sec. I gotta write my name. She's preoccupied with the metal Upa. I go on ahead. Without further ado, I am pleased to introduce the inventor, Dr. Nakabachi. Please welcome him with a big round of applause. That was the tiniest fucking applause. Ah, there we go. That's fair. Hoenn. Oh, like the Pokemon region. Thank you. I was so confused. I was like, what the hell? I don't know. I can't tell by looking at it as to how I'm supposed to pronounce it. Hoenn. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. Dr. Nakabachi enters to sparse applause. He walks up to the podium. He's already wearing a frown, for some reason. Or, wait, that's a comma, hold on. He's already wearing a frown for some reason. I can't feel his irritation, or... I swear, I can read the English language. Stop chewing my cables. I can feel his irritation from here. Of course. Now when I'm, like, punishing you... Punishing. Okay. Does that mean you'll stop interrupting me then? Ugh. There we go. I suppose I'll pull out my little foot stand. That way I can be a little more comfortable. Especially since he's out of the room and I don't have to, like, be distracted by him. I am Dr. Nakabachi. Thank you all for coming. Nakabachi takes the microphone and begins to speak, his voice brimming with confidence. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to begin with my theory of time travel, the greatest scientific breakthrough of the century. Did he really build a time machine? Mayuri appears after writing her name on the metal upa. She's a bit late, in more ways than one. What did she think a time machine presentation would be about? I take another look around the room. There are about 20 people now, including us, but still no media presence to speak of. So this is the extent of Dr. Nakabachi's fame. No one believes that he invented a time machine. I was interested in what he had to say, true, but my expectations were no higher than the rest of the onlookers. And a good thing they weren't. As he proceeds to explain his time machine design, my curiosity quickly turns to disappointment, then anger. Doctor! Oh no! What the fuck is he gonna do? My roar silences Nakabachi and draws the eye of every person in the room. Oh, okay, perfect, thank you. Do you take us for fools? Who the hell are you? Who the hell am I? Someone who knows you for a fraud, that's who. You stole your theory from John Titor, and you call yourself an inventor. Someone throw this man out. You're the one who should be... what? You're the one we should throw out, Doctor. Have you no shame? You have no right to call yourself an inventor. Shut your mouth, you little pest. Aw, thank you! I hope you have a good shift at work. I appreciate you popping in and saying hi. Just then, someone grabs my arm from behind. See, I've never seen the anime. I thought that playing the game would be a better way of going about things because sometimes animes doesn't always do a visual novel justice. So I figured I would try the visual novel game and kind of see what it was about from there, because then maybe it would make the anime make sense to me. But who knows, honestly. Quite convinced it's an official here to throw me out, I turn around to glare him down. Oh, there's more than one timeline. Yeah, I guess that makes sense considering they're mentioning time travel. Yeah, because I did notice as I was putting in the game title in Twitch that there's like a few games, so I don't know if I'm playing like the right one when it comes to like the order of things. This is just the one that I have in my library. So, unhand me, you... Huh? It's a girl about my age. Her intense stare seems to challenge me. I take a step back. Okay. Her face looks somehow familiar. Where have I seen her before? We haven't met, but I know her face. It's Makise Kurisu, I think is how you would say that. A few days ago, my friend Daru showed me a magazine article titled Girl Genius Gives Lecture in Akihabara. The article was about a 17-year-old girl who had just graduated from an American university. Her thesis was even published in a major scientific journal. That's a fucking big deal. Girl Genius, Makise Kurisu. I recognized the stubborn-looking girl from her photograph. She's even wearing the exact same scowl. No, that's not the same scowl. Not at all. What business could such a genius have with me? She takes a quick look around the room, then turns back to me with a stern expression. Could you come with me for a moment? What's with the attitude? She's obviously not staff, and there's no way that Makise Kurisu would be working with someone like Dr. Nakabachi. Which means, no. You're with the organization? Huh? If their tendrils have gotten this far, then I've made a grave mistake. Stop fooling around and come with me. My outburst has already attracted too much attention. Nakabachi in particular looks like he wants to rip my head off. It must be mortifying to be exposed as a fraud by a bright young man like myself. That's probably not the case, bro. Sounds good, I will. Fair enough. Anyway, I mustn't draw any more attention to myself. If the organization gets wind of my presence here, it could endanger my Yuri, to say nothing of these ignorant civilians. I let Makise Kurisu lead me out of the assembly hall. Try anything and people are sure to notice. What will your superiors say then? What are you talking about? She glares at me quite fiercely at that. Attractive though she may be, there is no innocence in her eyes. A beautiful agent, unmatched in cruelty. My heart beats in exhilaration from the danger. Looks like chaos really does get my blood pumping. Hehehe. I just need to ask you something. What makes you think I'll answer? I know how the organization operates. What's with this organization stuff? Instead of answering, I take out my phone and put it to my ear. It's me. I've been caught by an organization agent. Yes, it's Makise Kurisu. She's a dangerous one. No, it's fine. I'll find a way to... Kurisu suddenly snatches the phone from my hand. What skill? I didn't have time to react. What are you doing? Huh? Your phone's off. Who were you talking to? Her eyes pierce deep into my soul. I quickly look away. She's good. Is she trying to attack my sense of identity in order to cause a mental break? Recover. This isn't enough to sway me. Your techniques don't work on me, but I'll tell you anyway. That's no ordinary phone. It's designed to deactivate the moment it leaves my hand. Mwahaha! Such measures are necessary to maintain secrecy. I know things that could get me killed. I quickly retrieve my phone and wipe the cold sweat off my forehead. That was close. So you talk to yourself. Gah. This is bad. Ordinary methods don't work on Makise Kurisu, the genius girl. On the contrary, she's the one who's psyching me out. Damn, looks like I'll have to make a tactical retreat. This guy seems so insane. If I can just find an opening. Suddenly, Kurisu steps up to me with a serious expression. She stares right at me, her huge eyes blazing with strength of will. Such fire, I can't look away. Could someone with such pure eyes really be an organization agent? What were you trying to tell me earlier? Earlier? What are you talking about? About 15 minutes ago, before the conference started. Nonsense, this is the first time we've met. I was with my Yuri and that Oppa toy 15 minutes ago. You were trying to tell me something, right? You looked really upset. Is this a trap? It does seem like one of the organization's dirty tricks. But would this girl do something that underhanded? You looked like you were going to start crying any second. Why? Have we met before? She seems sincere. That makes her even more suspicious. That's right, don't let her beauty fool you. She's a cold, calculating secret agent. If I show the slightest vulnerability, I'm done for. And how do you know my name? My knowledge has no limits. I am a mad scientist, after all. Genius girl, our next meeting shall be as enemies. Huh? Farewell. Mwahahaha. I spin around and take off down the stairs, ignoring her call to stop, like I'd listened to the enemy. Damn the organization. They must be serious if they're sending in agents like her. I run all the way down to the 4th floor and check behind me. Once I'm convinced Makise Kurisu's not tailing me, I sigh while rubbing my temples. But I can't let them capture me yet. Well then, what do I do now? My mission was to attend the conference and evaluate Dr. Nakabachi's research. Now that I know he's a fraud, there's no real point in going back. I guess I'll just go home. But wait, aren't I forgetting something important? Let's see now. What is it? Damn, I left Mayuri behind. I knew she'd be a liability. I shouldn't have brought her along. I was trying to prioritize her safety, but got careless. I'll try calling her first. If she's all right, then I can just have her meet me here. With that thought in mind, I take out my phone. I turn it on. So it wasn't on the whole time? He does just talk to himself? Guy's fucking crazy. And it rings just as I do. An email? It's not just a regular email. There's a video attached. And it's from an unknown address. I open the video file with some trepidation. There's nothing but noise. Is this a prank or some sort of Makise Kurisu style attack? Maybe the noise is some sort of make people go crazy frequency. No, wait, I don't remember giving her my email address, so I'm probably just thinking too hard. I curse myself for being gullible enough to play the video. I have more pressing matters to deal with anyway. I stop the video and call Mayuri's phone from my address book. Damn it, Mayuri, why won't you pick up? Looks like I'll have to go back to the assembly hall, but things will get messy if I bump heads with Makise Kurisu again. Wait, don't tell me. Did that femme fatale kidnap Mayuri? Damn you, is that how their organization operates? Leaving without Mayuri isn't an option. Call me overprotective, but she's like a little sister to me, and there's a very real danger that she might wander off somewhere the moment I let her out of my sight. Mayuri has always been like that. I never know if she'll be there when I turn to look. In a sense, that's why I became Hoen Kyoma. I have to go back for her. The thought of climbing back up to the 8th floor is depressing, but I have no choice. When I get back to the assembly hall, Dr. Nakabachi's conference has just finished. Nobody is on stage, and the phony inventor has already left. The 20 or so members of the audience are starting to pack up. I soon find Mayuri. She's in the corner looking lost. Well, at least she wasn't kidnapped. Even better, I don't see Makise Kurisu anywhere. Heh, looks like I scared her off. So be it, I'll let her go this time. Still, I keep my eyes peeled as I run up to Mayuri. Mayuri, why didn't you pick up? We're leaving. Okarin, my metal Upa ran away. She turns to me with a forlorn expression. Ran away? What, it's alive? That's a little hard to believe. I think I dropped it. I see, so she was looking for it. Not like it really matters. Forget about it. You can always get another one. No way! Metal Upas sell upwards of 10,000 yen online, you know. Wait, what? That toy was worth that much? Think, Mayuri, where did you drop it? I don't know. That's why I'm looking. And even if we find it, you can't sell it, okay? Mwahahaha! That 10,000 yen will fund my research. I said you can't sell it. It even has Mayushi's name on it. Thus begins our search for the metal Upa. Tuturu, Upa, Upa, come out, wherever you are. Mayuri tries calling its name. I don't know if she truly expects a response. By the way, Tuturu is Mayuri's catchphrase. It means... Actually, I've never bothered to ask what it means. Anyway, the metal Upa is nowhere to be found. Maybe she didn't drop it in the assembly hall, but on the 7th floor landing near the capsule toy machines. Another possibility is that someone with an eye for rare items pilfered it. Just imagining the smug grin on that person's face makes me breathe in envy. What kind of man steals a helpless girl's toy? Is there nothing in his heart but the lust for money? Sounds like you, Okarin. Whoa, wasn't expecting that from Mayuri. Ah! What was that? Was that a scream? I think so. Only the presenter and a few other people are left in the assembly hall. Including Mayuri and me, less than half the audience remains. Everyone looks at each other anxiously, startled by the scream. Even I cannot suppress a shiver. First the explosion on the roof, now this. What's going on here? Mayuri squeezes my hand tight. Stay here, Mayuri. I take a deep breath, prepare myself, and head in the direction of the scream. The echoes lead me down a dark, empty hallway on the same floor. I'm pretty sure it came from around that corner. I crouch down and turn the corner slowly, keeping my eyes and ears peeled for any sign of danger. And there, at the end of the passage, I see it. There's something on the ground. No. Someone. Motionless. Who is it? The clothes are familiar. It can't be. What? Makise Kurisu. Her face is turned away, but I know it's her. The impertinent genius girl I just fought with 10 minutes ago is now face down in a pool of bright red blood. She's dead. No, but why? Suddenly I realize that I'm shaking. I want to run away. I shouldn't have come. This is wrong. Someone killed Makise Kurisu. There's no other explanation. Who would do such a thing? There's no one else here. Wah! I twist around in shock. Some other men have followed me. And every one of them is ghastly pale. They must have seen the body. Call the police! A man cries out in panic. At this, everyone else starts screaming and running away. I follow them, of course. There's absolutely no reason to stay here. Concern for Makise Kurisu is superseded by my instinctive urge to flee. When I get back to the assembly hall, Mayuri is waiting for me with tears in her eyes. What happened, Okurin? We're leaving. I grab Mayuri's hand and run. I race down the stairs, trying to drive the image of Kurisu's dead body from my mind, but I can't. The redness of her blood is burned into my mind, more than the sight of the body itself. That was my first time seeing a dead body. Is this what it's like? When I realized that she was dead, I felt chilling terror and a surge of nausea. But that was all I felt, fear and disgust. Shouldn't there be something more? I guess I just didn't know her that well. I finally stop once we get out to the main street, Chuo Dori. My chest pounds, my breathing labored from running down the stairs at full speed. Hey, what happened? You look really pale. Mayuri doesn't seem to comprehend this situation. I guess it's because she didn't see the body. She's not even breathing hard. She looks slow, but she's actually pretty fast on her feet. Someone died. I take several deep breaths. The color of that blood still stains my brain, but I've calmed down a bit. Makise Kurisu is dead, and I don't know who the killer is. Sirens in the distance. I guess an ambulance will be here soon. Then the police will arrive, and this area will become a crime scene. But for now, the crowds milling through Akihabara have no idea what has happened. Everyone is going about their business as usual, the never-ending search for electronics, moe, and porn. Just another day in Akihabara. I take my phone out of my pocket, perhaps out of reflex. I'm not sure what I plan to do with it. Oh, I know, my friend Daru. I'll tell him what happened just now since he knows about Makise Kurisu. I suppose it might be disrespectful to the victim, but my adrenaline is pumping. I can't make calm decisions after witnessing something like that firsthand. That's how humans are, after all. We're not as special as we like to believe. At the end of the day, we're nothing but dirty, slime-like flesh. That was an image. Thank you for that unwanted image. Our souls fester like semen left to rot in the womb. That is also another terrible image that I don't want in my mind. Thank you. Just... okay. That's how we humans are. While wallowing in a bit of angst, I begin to type on my phone. How did you know it was a stab wound? You didn't, like, look that hard. Someone stabbed Makise Kurisu. Don't know who. Looked bad. Hope she's okay. I don't know if she was stabbed. That just seems like the most logical explanation, given the amount of blood and the absence of a gunshot. On the other hand, I didn't write that she was dead, even though I'm pretty sure she was. I can't exactly explain why I didn't. If I had to say, I guess I felt like writing it down would set it in stone. It might make me feel guilty as well. The thought brings a smirk to my face. It's not like I'm the one who killed her. Why should I feel guilty? I just saw someone's death up close and only a few minutes later I'm smiling. Am I really that cruel and cold? Well, I am a fiendish mad scientist, so it suits me. I finished typing and placed my thumb over the sun button, and then I pressed down. Sending. Okay. What the fuck is... Excuse me. What was that? Wait, look around. They're gone. Summer break. Noon. The busiest street in town. Just now thousands of pedestrians vanished into thin air. Is this a dream? Am I hallucinating? I don't know, but they're gone. I saw them vanish with my own 2 eyes. I stand petrified, speechless and alone on the empty street. Desperate to find someone, anyone, I look up. And there at the top of Radicon, sticking out from the 8th floor event hall where we just were, is a crashed satellite. The fuck? Okay, so there's definitely time travel elements happening. And then this looks like it's the opening movie, so we'll give it a try and see what it's about. I'm gonna get copyrighted to shit over it, but it's okay. What's with the numbers? That's what I want to know. Oh, eyelash in my eye. What is with this fucking satellite, bro? Oh god, there's probably a lot of death. There's probably like so much death. What's with all the TV screens? It's so weird. I have no idea what to make of any of this. Chapter 1. Time Travel Paranoia. Okay. Is there also, like, another menu? Oh. No. No? Ah! Oh! That's, so that's the help. Backlog. Auto. Tips. Load. No, this is auto mode save. Quick load, quick save. Oh. So there is a way to configure some stuff. I just have to press F9, I guess. System menu is 1. Okay. Phone trigger. Okay. How the fuck? Backspace? Ah, there we go. Ah! Okay. There's a save button. Yeah, I'll save over this save file, because, like, that was just me messing around until I understood, stuff. No, that's not what I meant. That is so not what I meant. Backspace. Here we go. Hey, you. Can you see us? Why won't you answer? I'm asking you a question. Yes, you on the other side of the monitor. Your silence only strengthens my hypothesis. I suppose that, from your perspective, it appears that we are the ones inside the monitor. But that's where you're wrong. For it is you who are inside. Your reality is nothing but lies and shadows. Naturally, that includes you too. True reality is on this side of the screen. Don't believe me? I don't blame you. Few are those who can handle the truth. But no matter, I shall speak in simpler terms, easy enough for even you to understand. Holy crap! Hello? Holy! Oh my! Thank you! Holy... Hello? I've never played before, so I really have no idea what I'm getting myself into. Oh wow, thank you! Hi! I hope everyone had a fun time with your stream. I don't know what you were playing. What were you playing?
A body has been discovered!
Oh wow, thank you for the follows. And thank you for the raid. I appreciate it so much. I was not expecting that. I've never watched the anime, and I didn't watch the anime specifically because I wanted to play the games first, because I figured that the games might have like a better understanding of first storyline than everything else. Because sometimes anime isn't very good with that, I find. That's totally fair. Fire Emblem Awakening, okay. Nice. I guess it was a good time for me to play this then. Thank you. Yeah, no, basically all I know at the moment is that there is something about time travel, and there's this weird satellite thing, and it's been in 2 different places, because we're like on chapter 1, because we went through the prologue, or what I assume is the prologue. And then there's Rintaro, who seems really crazy. Like, he's weird. I don't know what to make of him quite yet. He seems a little off his rocker. He thinks he's a mad scientist, and it's like, okay, but like, you're 18 years old at most, and why are you a mad scientist?
Been discovered.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Yeah, I literally have no idea. I have no idea. I just know that there's like timey-wimey stuff that happens, and that's about it. Yeah, I legitimately know nothing. Like, nothing at all. Yeah. This is gonna be wild, I'm pretty sure. As I was watching the opening movie, I was like, okay, seems like there's a lot of possible death. So, better be careful. See, that's what I've been told, or by the internet, mostly. And so it seemed like a really interesting thing to get into. But again, because when it comes to timey-wimey stuff and anime not always being good at showcasing all of the different stuff when it comes to visual novels, I was like, playing the games seems like a better way to get into the anime. But we'll see. All I know is that I don't understand anything that's going on. Like, at all. Okay. Secret lab member. Okay. Okay. Interesting. This is the Future Gadget Laboratory, located in the Akihabara district of Tokyo. We call it simply the lab. How creative. Our purpose is to shatter the system and plunge the world into chaos. Yeah, I genuinely have no idea what's going on. A strategy JRPG. Oh, yeah. Fire Emblem, yeah. I'm familiar with some of them. The only one that I've actually, like, played through its entirety multiple times is Three Houses. That was my first introduction to Fire Emblem. That's awesome. Grinding is, like, my least favorite thing when it comes to JRPGs, though. I love JRPGs. I play a lot of JRPGs. And RPGs in general, but grinding, Literally my least favorite thing about it. Every time. I'm glad everyone had fun. That's so exciting. Really? You shouldn't do bad things, Ocarin. Quiet, I'm a mad scientist, remember? Oh man, I hope so. I do love story-driven games. Those are my ultimate favorites. From the station, head down Chuodori until you reach... Oh boy, here we go. Suehirocho Station. Hopefully I said that right. Then take a left onto Kurimai Bash... Ooh, this is challenging. Kurimai Bash... Oh, nope. It's because I want to say the mai and then put that into this part, but that's not how you do it. Kurimai Bashi Dori. In the alley before the traffic light, you'll find the rundown Ohiyama building. The lab is on the 2nd floor. Gosh, that was hard. On the 1st floor is a store of ill repute called the Brawn Tube Workshop. You can't miss it. It deals exclusively in CRT monitors of all things. Can you imagine? Even in the heart of Akihabara's electric town, the demand for CRTs is practically non-existent. I don't know what a CRT is. I feel like I should, but I don't. But the proprietor of the Brawn Tube Workshop, Tenoji, is also the owner of the building. That's how he can afford to maintain his ridiculously niche hobby shop even as land value continues to rise. He may seem a rough sort, but he was no match for my charisma. Now the entire 2nd floor is mine for next to nothing. Cathode ray tube. Oh, so like... Oh, okay. That seems a bit old school. No wonder. Big boy heavy TV. Okay, so like the really old TVs from the 90s maybe? That would make sense. Okay, yeah. Okay, that makes a lot more sense now. I digress. The Feature Gadget Laboratory is currently experiencing a severe shortage of manpower. We welcome dedicated scientists from all fields to apply. At present, our researchers are... Ocarin, you've got to say lab mems. Lab mems? Not researchers. Our lab mems, laboratory members, are 3. I am the founder of the Future Gadget Lab, Lab Mem number 1, the insane mad scientist Hoenn Kyoma. Ocarin is cuter, though. Next we have our resident cosplayer and only female member, Lab Mem number 2, Sheena Mayuri. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Oh, really? That's awesome. I'll have to watch that once I actually, like, go through the game, because otherwise I'm probably going to run into spoilers. That's crazy. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, right? Yeah, spoilers. No one likes spoilers. The internet already gave me spoilers on Persona 4, unfortunately. I am, yeah. What was my handle on Blue Sky again? Because they have that little extra bit at the end that I don't remember. There it is. I'll have to type it out. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you. B. There it is. That's the one. Aw, thanks. Well, yeah, I'll treat them well. At least that's the plan, anyway. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Oh, and, it's a bit late, I guess, because it's like the 12th, but Happy New Year! Tutsuru, call me Mayushi. I like making costumes more than wearing them. Watering costumes, yes. Yes, Micah, watering costumes, because, you know, that makes sense. 100%. And last we have our resident Super Haka, lab member number 3, Hashida Itaru. Stop calling me that, it's Super Hacker, duh. Here at the Future Gadget Laboratory, we devote ourselves to the art of invention. For details, see our lab's homepage. Our top priority, of course, is to develop weapons for the war with the Dark Dominion. Okay, but that research has spawned a number of offshoot inventions. In fact, that's all it's spawned. Okay. Our arsenal of future gadgets is up to 8, but this is just the beginning. I have a total of 108 inventions to create. Okay. Like in that tennis manga, right? I get it. No, it's the number of earthly desires and mortals, you at-channel junkie. And I thought I told you not to interrupt me when I'm talking. Yeah, I wouldn't want to interrupt you talking to yourself. See, he must be talking to himself. Because none of this makes sense. I'm not talking to myself. Can't you see? I'm talking to the person behind the monitor. I mean, technically, I'm the person behind the monitor, but normally you wouldn't know this. This doesn't make any sense. He just grinned. What are you grinning about, damn you? You don't even exist outside that monitor. Just say, don't look at me. I don't think that's gonna work. It appears our attempts to communicate have failed. It's sad to see someone so deeply in denial of reality. Maybe they think we're in the game? Don't break the fourth wall like that. That makes me that's freaky. Don't do that. It's breaking the fourth wall. I don't like it. I doubt it's even occurred to them. But aren't your 2D girlfriends the same way? That's different. Those girls are my wives. Oh, okay.
A body has been discovered.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Nobody cares about your harem. But Mayushi touched upon a very interesting theme, you know. What if we're actually just characters in a game? Anyway, we can know for sure? No. Come on. Such questions are meaningless. Our time is better spent thinking of ways to destroy the system. Let's see if I can pronounce this. Yeah. Nice chunibyo. I think is how you say that. Chunibyo, bro. What in the world is that? What is it? There's gotta be like... What is it? There's gotta be some type of thing that tells me stuff. Is it the tip list? It might be the tip list. Ah, here we go. Chunibyo. Oh, 8th grade syndrome. Oh, okay, I understand. I know exactly what that is. I know exactly what that is. Okay. Okay. Oh, but it's mostly for teenage males. So is there a different word for teenage girls then? There must be. Okay. Honestly, this makes a lot of sense if he's just got 8th grade syndrome. Like, that makes things make a lot more sense to me. I step back from the monitor. What? That's what he's been staring at and, like, talking to all seriously this whole time is a weird alpaca? Okay. Displayed on the screen is the ugly cute character Alpaca Man. I don't understand how it could be considered ugly cute, but okay. Bancho and Sukiban. I've heard of Sukiban. I've heard that word before. Can't remember what it means. Don't think I've heard of Bancho. This is a game called Alpaca Man 2, where you speak to Alpaca Man via microphone and watch him react. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Aw, jealous! That's one of my, like, bucket lists, is to go to Japan. Because I desperately want to go. I'm still, like, slowly learning the language a little bit. I say slowly because it's inconsistent. Oh, that's so cool. That would have been fun. The game exploded in popularity when it was released 10 years ago, but personally, I find only the ugly part of the ugly cute to be true. I have to agree. I bought it yesterday, 500 yen used, headset included. I turned to Daru with a menacing glare. Shut it, Haka. I'm no Chunibyo patient. Yeah, it is a struggle. The hardest thing that I've been trying to learn for Japanese is the characters. Like, I started on hiragana because I heard that hiragana was easier to start with, and then you can gradually progress from there, and I have terrible memory recall. I can remember a very select few characters and what the pronunciation of them are. But it's okay. I'll figure it out. Yeah, see, I gotta do that too. I'm really bad at having, like, a schedule. But that's because ADHD. And also, I work a full-time job, so, and it's a very inconsistent hours type of job, so I never know what I'm working until I'm given the schedule. So that kind of doesn't help. Oh man, that's so cool. I sweep my hair back and flash a devilish grin. I am Hoenn Kyoma. That's your character's name, right? Oh, Daru, your communication skills are beyond repair. I'll have you know I go to a ton of offline meets and I'm always the life of the party. Do you have... That seems like such a negative, like, thing to describe him as. This fat, bespeckled guy is my brother-in-arms and right-hand man, Hashida Itaru, nicknamed Daru. Also, I feel like I should know what the word bespeckled means. I imagine it has something to do with the fact that he's wearing glasses. That's the only thing that I can, like, grab as a context clue that would make sense. He's a hardcore otaku. That's me. You could always find him in front of the computer playing games and watching anime. Oh, yep. Yep. I feel called out. I feel severely called out right now. He has 2D wives on whom he cheats with 3D maids. I don't agree with his preferences, but to him, anything's fine as long as it's moe. He's the reliable and skilled partner who brings my ideas to fruition. Despite his insistence that software is his forte, he shows remarkable aptitude with hardware as well. Ow, the needle bit my finger. Over here, nursing a pricked finger, we have Shina Mayuri, a 16-year-old high school student, if you can believe it. I've known her since we were both small. She's also an otaku, nowhere near Daru's level, though. This ditzy girl is in charge of the lab's official costume division, for women, and today she's working on costumes at her usual leisurely pace. Why does the Future Gadget Laboratory need costumes for women? It doesn't. The truth is that Mayuri is completely useless. Yeah, he does. He really does. Oh my god. Like, he just flat out said that his childhood best friend's useless. Like, goddamn. Still, there's no way I would ever kick her out. Okay, well, at least there's that. Like, fuck, you're not completely heartless. Great. Cool. After all, she was the first one to join the Future Gadget Laboratory. I still remember the day Mayuri first came to the lab. It was spring. She said to me, Mayushi is Okurin's hostage. I belong here. Okay? Well, that certainly was cryptic. But her offer was my salvation, for she was the first to join me on my magnificent quest. She saved me from a solitary life on the run from the organization. Right. Still don't know who or what the organization is. I will never forget her kindness. Mayuri doesn't have to be useful. Okay. Well, that makes up for you calling her useless, I guess.
Been discovered.
Oh, what? Thank you! I appreciate the follow. Her being here is enough. So, did Alpaca Man say anything? Nope, nothing. The human-faced alpaca inside the monitor was completely unresponsive. So unresponsive, you'd think the game was bugged. Whatever, I give up. Never again will I play this boring game. Damn antisocial alpaca. I curse his name and smack the TV. As soon as I do... The TV makes a sound like it's shorted and then the screen goes blank. I change the channel. Nothing. I check the power cable. Nothing. Whack it again. Nothing. I guess it's broken. Damn. This crummy TV is on lease from the Brawn Tube workshop downstairs. It's probably just old. You made Mr. Alpaca angry. Damn, I'll have to get it repaired later. I turn off the TV and lie down on the couch. I'm fed up with the humidity of Japanese summers. I stare at a conspicuous stain on the ceiling while fanning myself. I've never experienced the humidity of a Japanese summer, but I know the day I do, that'll be the day that I understand why no one seems to enjoy them. Oh, perfect! See, that's what I figured it was gonna be, because that's usually the case when it comes to anime that goes over visual novels, is that they miss certain things, or they don't go over certain things because of the difference in the medium. So that's why I decided to go with the games first, because if I was going to miss anything in the anime, that would probably only confuse me even more. And I already know that this is a confusing clusterfuck, so I'd rather keep it as concise as I can. Yeah, it makes sense, yeah. I close my eyes, and what naturally comes to mind is that impossible scene I saw an hour ago. Okay, wait, this? Wait, so that was only an hour ago? This is the same fucking day? They're gone. As I left Radicon, everyone vanished before my eyes. I can't explain it. And it wasn't just the people on the street. The people in the stores, gone. In the restaurants, gone. Even the cars vanished, drivers and all. And it all happened in the blink of an eye. Suddenly, an empty city spread before me. I could still hear the music from the stores, but those catchy melodies were the only sounds of life remaining. Heat was rising from the asphalt in waves, but I felt only a cold chill down my spine. I just stood there, breathless, until... What's wrong? Mayuri's voice brought me back to reality. Mayuri hadn't disappeared. She was right there, looking at me with questioning eyes. Everyone disappeared just now, right? Huh? You saw it too, right? Just now, before our very eyes. Panic took hold as the enormity of what had just happened struck me. Unable to control myself, I grabbed Mayuri by her slender shoulders and shook her. Did you see it, Mayuri? You saw it, right? Huh? Mayuri's head flopped back and forth from my shaking. I didn't see anything. You didn't? I stopped shaking her and looked straight into her eyes. She returned my gaze with eyes clear as glass marbles. You saw nothing. Nothing at all. There were people here a second ago, weren't there? There were? Even the store employees are gone. That's impossible by any measure. Of course they are. Her reply didn't make any sense. It was like this when we got here. Oh, I know. You're seeing things, aren't you? I'm sure it's 'cause of the heat. Toot-toot-toot. How could she laugh at a time like this? I always thought she was a bit strange, but maybe her brain is actually broken. I realized that she couldn't help me. With nowhere else to turn, I looked up at the bright blue sky. There wasn't a cloud in sight. The scorching summer sun shone bright through the gaps between Akiba's buildings. Naturally, my eyes drifted to the top floor of Radicon, where I had been just a moment before. Yeah, why is the satellite in a different spot? The satellite was originally just, you know, on the roof. It wasn't in the fucking building. There it was, an enormous machine, like some kind of satellite embedded in the roof of the building where not 5 minutes before I had found Makise Kurisu's body in a pool of blood. What happened to her? Just before everyone disappeared, I could have sworn I heard an ambulance siren. Makise Kurisu might still be in that dark, narrow passageway, cold, bloody, and alone. The thought disturbed me, but the question at the forefront of my mind was, what the hell is that satellite doing there? Right before Dr. Nakabachi's presentation, the building shook like a bomb had exploded. The roof door lock had been broken, and beyond it, someone had placed a satellite-like machine shrouded in smoke and glowing dust. When I first saw it, the satellite was on the rooftop, but that's not what I was seeing now. This satellite had penetrated the top floor of the building, obliterating the room where Dr. Nakabachi's press conference had been held. It must have fallen out of orbit without burning up in the atmosphere somehow. I knew it was crazy, but what other explanation could there be? The real question was, when did that happen? Mayuri, about that satellite. Yep, what a surprise, huh? What do you mean? What was a surprise? It made a huge kaplow sound! A huge kaplow? It certainly did make a sound. But I don't think it was kaplow. I'd say it was more like zzz. Did that satellite fall out of the sky? Did it? Do you think any aliens were on board? Had I lost my mind? Pfft, I mean, to me it seems like you've lost your mind long before now, but that's besides the point. What I had seen didn't match at all with what Mayuri was saying. Suddenly, nothing seemed real. Had I dreamt it all? Hey, you two! Just then, a uniformed policeman ran up to us, his expression stern. What do you think you're doing here? This area's off limits. You have to leave. We're sorry. First, my good man, let's call you Officer A. I have one question. Officer A? Thousands of people just vanished. You saw it too, didn't you? What are you talking about? Get out of here. I was quickly losing confidence in my own memories. I decided to tell him about Makise Kurisu and get him to call an ambulance, but before I could... Look, I don't have time for your nonsense. The policeman took me by the upper arm and said, No one got stabbed at Radikan. What? How could he say that with such certainty? While I was still trying to comprehend the situation, the policeman forcefully led us away. We were escorted up to UPX and released. There were people at UPX like usual. Actually, there were far more people than usual. The place was packed. Just as Officer A had said, Chuodori had been blockaded by police, so nobody could enter. Okay, but then that doesn't explain why we were there! 'Cause, like, we wouldn't have just crossed a blockade without anybody noticing. That's just impossible. So, like... The fuck? Also, Mayuri can't possibly be so fucking brain dead that she would follow this childhood friend through a blockade. Like, unless she is. But, I mean, doesn't make sense. No comprende. There was nothing we could do, so we headed back to the lab. Okay, that's why we're at the lab now. Okay, well that explains that then. And that brings us to the present. I'm baffled. Did the whole hour since the beginning of Nakabachi's presentation really happen? I check online for any news. The net is buzzing about the mysterious machine that crashed into Radikan. All of the major stations in Tokyo, even To TV, which I'm assuming is a news channel. I don't know if it's a news channel. Will it tell me? Where's the tips thing? Tips list. A fictional television network based in Tokyo. Oh. It airs more anime than other commercial television networks, making it a favorite among otaku. When a major news story breaks in Tokyo, most stations interrupt regular programming to deliver a special bulletin. TOTV is the exception, which has given rise to the joke, if TOTV cuts to a special bulletin, the apocalypse is nigh. Okay, that's not freaky at all. Okay, then. Fortunately, it doesn't look like anyone was hurt, but Chuodori is still closed off. Akihabara Station is jammed with reporters and curious onlookers. Nobody has mentioned anything about the disappearance of thousands of people from Akiba streets, nor about Makise Kurisu's murder. Okay. Theory. Don't tell me if I'm right. Don't tell me if I'm wrong. This is just purely me speculating shit based off of the very small pieces of information I have, okay? What if somehow sending that text message to his buddy when he got out of the building was like the trigger point to being like, I don't know, somehow thrusted into like a parallel world where the satellite was landing on the building differently and therefore events happened differently. 'Cause like, that would explain why he's suddenly in the middle of the street with Mayuri and why no one else is there because of the police blockade, right? That is the only thing I can think of. That is the only thing I can think of. It's all a mystery. Yep, that's for sure. Yep. A mystery? I see. So that's it. From the sofa, I spring to my feet, a wide grin on my face. Daru and Mayuri turn and stare. This is all an elaborate cover-up by the organization. Their influence has corrupted local law enforcement, which means our entire government may already be under their control. My God! But they underestimated me, for I am not so easily played. One day I will expose their deeds and put an end to their reign. Having come to a satisfactory conclusion, I take a celebratory bottle of Dr. P, which I'm assuming is Dr. Pepper. Which, honestly, if it is Dr. Pepper, yes. I love Dr. Pepper. All-time favorite. My favorite soda from the fridge. The lab has no air conditioning. Ice-cold drinks are essential. Elixir... what, huh? Elixir Intellectualis. A drink fit for a genius. Okay. Cola's better. Okurin really loves his Dr. P. I pity the man who knows not the greatness of this beverage. Wah ha ha ha! There's a closet back there. Oh, okay. I step through the curtain dividing its center, and you'll enter the heart... wait, what? Huh? Step through the curtain dividing its center, and you'll enter the heart of the Future Gadget Laboratory, the development room. Just as the name implies, this is the room where we develop future gadgets. Needless to say, it is strictly off limits to outsiders. Yes, I know the setup is cheap. I would much rather have an airlock than a curtain, but our research budget is already scraping the bottom of the barrel. Besides, what's important isn't money, it's ambition. I poke Daru and bid him follow me into the development room. Whoa. That's dusty. You can literally see the dust. All of the windows here are weather-stripped with packing tape so it's dim. And hot. Almost like a sauna. Jesus. I've been wanting to buy an air conditioner for the lab, but there's no money for that. We're currently accepting donations. Upon entering the development room, I pick up the lab coat that's lazily draped on the chair and put it on. I always wear a lab coat in the development room, for practical reasons as well as symbolic ones. Okay. Daru, however, refuses to wear his. Putting it on and taking it off is apparently too much trouble for him. He can't be bothered to do anything that doesn't interest him. It's men like him who give our generation a bad name. Okay. His lab coat, purchased from my own pocket money, I might add, just sits on the shelf. It's never been worn and probably never will be. Daru, is the plan progressing smoothly? What plan? Daru gives me a blank look. I sigh and turn his attention to the table in the middle of the room. Sitting majestically on top of the table is a commercial-grade microwave oven. It's significantly larger than newer home models. The plan is in the plan. Obviously, I'm talking about perfecting gadget number 8. Oh, that. How was I supposed to know what you meant? We've known each other for what, 3 years now? We went to high school together, and now we're going to the same university. We share an inseparable bond like prison cellmates. He's only been a lab member for 2 months, though. We were in different classes junior year, and actually, we didn't talk at all, so 2 years? Details. The point is, we've known each other a long time. I expect you to keep up with me here. Nope. Awkward silence. Man, all I wanted to do was have one of those cool cryptic conversations where we talk about plans and preparations and other important sounding stuff, but no one knows what it means except us. Shut down again. So are we any closer to figuring out what's wrong with gadget number 8? Not yet. So far, the Future Gadget Laboratory has completed a total of 8 inventions. As I explained to Alpaca Man, the lab's primary goal is to develop weapons for the war against the Dark Dominion led by the organization that rules the world from the shadows. Okay, so we're kinda getting somewhere with an explanation. So, the Dark Dominion, led by the organization that rules the world from the shadows. So it kind of sounds like the Illuminati. The equivalent of the Illuminati. Okay. At present, we haven't completed any inventions of that sort. On the contrary, we haven't even figured out what we should make. But along the way, we have managed to create some ingenious future-ish gadgets as a byproduct of our research. It is a fundamental truth of science that great inventions are often created by accidents. Or by accident. In other words, serendipity. Allow me to introduce our glorious future gadgets. Gadget number 1, the bit particle gun. Gadget number 2, the bamboo helicam. Gadget number 3, could this be Ora Ora? Gadget number 4, mode snake. Gadget number 5, once again I've made a worthless object by Goemon. Gadget number 6, the Sialoom saber? Gadget number 7, ghost in the ball. They can all be seen on the website Daru made, so feast your eyes upon the product of a mad scientist's genius. Anyway, our current problem is feature gadget number 8, the phone wave, name subject to change. Phone wave is a pretty weak name, so I've added name subject to change to the end until we come up with something better. For the record, it was Mayuri's idea, not mine. When a feature gadget is completed, the 3 of us discuss what to name it. I prefer names based on mythology or names with hidden meanings that need extra explanation to understand. Taru thinks my naming style too ridiculous. He just doesn't have a passion for words like I do. Mayuri can't be bothered to remember difficult names. She says they don't fit in her head. And so our opinions on gadget names are always split. But I digress. The phone wave, name subject to change, is in short a remote-controlled microwave. You put food into the microwave before you leave, then on your way back, call the attached cell phone to start the heating process. Voila! Hot food ready for your arrival. So it's basically a piece of junk. A few days ago, however, we discovered that the phone wave, name subject to change, has a second unintended capability. Our brave, or possibly just ditzy, Mayuri had made it her daily routine to heat some frozen fried chicken by remote control. Long story short, she was defrosting her beloved juicy chicken number 1, as usual, when the unexpected happened. The chicken came out more frozen than when she'd put it in. The microwave refroze the chicken. Since then, Daru and I have been searching for the cause. Yeah, that's a bit, weird. We tried copying what Mayushi did, but we just can't reproduce the freezing phenomenon. And when we tried to freeze a banana, it turned out really weird. I just don't get it. Daru, now looking completely fed up with the heat, starts fanning himself with his shirt. I know what he means by really weird. Let's see if we can't make it happen again. Mayuri! Mayuri! Bring forth the bananas! Are you gonna turn them into gelbanas again? That's been bugging me, Mayushi. Can you stop calling them gelbanas? But gelbanas are gelbanas. I take the bananas from Mayuri and stick the whole bunch into the phone wave, name subject to change. How many times is it gonna be like that? Actually, I think I have an idea as to how long it's gonna be like that. Why do you have to use the whole bunch? It's a waste of food. Your stinginess could cost us the battle with the organization. That's fine with me. Mayushi always buys the bananas, and now Mayushi can't eat a single one. Next time we'll only do one banana. But I already put the whole bunch in, so I ignore her hungry complaints. The phone wave name subject to change is simple to use. It's a microwave with a phone taped on. Taped? You taped the phone on? Okay. The number is already in my address book. I just need to call the phone wave. Now, where did I put my phone? I checked my pants and coat pockets. Now, where did I put my phone? I checked my pants and coat pockets. Now, where did I put my phone? Why? Phone triggers? Oh, okay, phone triggers. So, the phone triggers were this button? I don't know, I don't remember. This button, okay. I need the help screen. Z and C are the phone trigger, and then you have to do stuff with the select, I think. Okay, we're gonna... Okay. Open mailbox, change settings, open address book. Open the address book. And then the phone wave. There we go. I'm connected. Hello, this is the phone wave, name subject to change. This is the voice of Mayushi Guidance, the system Daru programmed to operate the phone wave. Do you hear Mayushi's voice? Be quiet, I'm trying to listen. You can operate the timer from this menu. After pushing the pound button, please enter the heating time in seconds. For example, press pound 60 for 1 minute. For 2 minutes, press pound 120. Entering the command properly will cause the phone wave name subject to change to function like a normal microwave. Instead, we're going to deliberately mess up and enter 120 pound. 120 pound. That should do it. This method was originally a simple mistake on Mayuri's part, but it somehow starts the freezing process. The phone wave name subject to change comes to life. The turntable begins to rotate. Nice turntable, right? It's even spinning backwards. Backwards? I never noticed that. That might have serious implications. If we look at the quantum critical behavior driven by Hund's rule... Yeah, no. Not Hund's rule? No. Okay. The three of us wait and stare at the spinning bananas. After 120 seconds pass, the microwave chimes. Mayuri takes the bananas out. Jalbananas are ready! Yeah, it was an incredible raid! Also, welcome back. Oh, God, that does not look good. The bananas have become not bananas. Gelatinous blobs coated with a thin membrane. I mean, how? I guess they don't know how, but still. Oh, nice. After Mayuri discovered that the phone wave, name subject to change, had a freezing function, we attempted to freeze a bunch of bananas. This is what happened. It just gets more confusing each time. Daru, you wouldn't mind eating one of these, would you? Of course you wouldn't. It's for science. Your sacrifice will forever be remembered. They look really nasty. The taste doesn't matter. What matters is that you eat it. So come on, Daru. No need to be shy. Break a leg or a stomach and go for it. No way. Fine. Mayuri, the honor shall be yours. But gel bananas are all goopy, droopy, soft, and squishy. Wait, she already tried one? It had no flavor and wasn't tasty at all. Gloopy, droopy, soft, and squishy. Daru, what do you think? Soft and squishy bananas, huh? Soft and squishy banana. Mayushi, say your banana's all soft and squishy for me. Oh my god, no. Daru-kun, your nose is bleeding. Please just say it. Your banana's all soft and... Don't make her say that, you perv. Daru retreats after I hit him with a tissue box. Mayuri looks at us with an innocent smile. She doesn't get it, obviously. Anyway. Oh, see, now it showed up that you subscribed, so I don't know what's going on there. Also, that is not my subscription alert, so I'm gonna have to go into my alerts and figure out what's going on with that. My other one worked fine. I don't know why that one's being weird. They're gelatinous, a semi-solid state of matter. In other words, there is a possibility that the intermolecular bonds were weakened. What could have partially liquefied the bananas? I've got it. I turn to the whiteboard and write freezing in the middle, then I cross it out and slap the board with my hand. What we thought was a freezing function is actually something else. A bold statement, if I do say so myself. So why isn't anyone surprised? Now's the time to shout. What you say? Come on, don't be shy. Their reactions are pathetically weak. Mayuri probably didn't even understand half of what I said. We already knew that. Oh. The problem is we don't know what it is doing or why it's doing it. If it's the opposite of freezing, then couldn't it be thawing them? What a silly question, Mayuri. What you're describing is just a normal microwave. Then what is it? We don't know, and that's the problem. He's right. To be honest, I haven't a clue. That's fair. Understandable. I'll catch you next time. In any case, there's nothing we can do about it now. It's time for Daru and I to head to Daibaru. There's going to be a seminar at ATF, and we have to be there. It's part of our studies at Tokyo Denki University. Summer credits, basically. We have to attend the seminar and write a report. Come to think of it, what's today's seminar about again? I looked it up before the summer holiday began. I should have written it down. I've got mail. You know, I'm really sad. I can't read that. Sad about dropping my Upa. It's worse than last year when I missed buying Fatty Garo Froggy. Okay. Now how do I put the phone away? Uh-oh. Nope, not that button. How do I put the phone away? Is it just backspace? Actually, am I supposed to answer that? Can I answer that? I don't think I can. Ah! There we go. Behind me is the large unidentified object that crashed into a building near Akihabara Station. The building is under police barricade. No one is allowed to approach, but from a distance, the object appears to be some kind of satellite. As we cross the overpass that connects UPX and Daibaru, I look down to see a huge crowd of people moving through the plaza. There are even some garishly dressed young men and women, the sort you don't usually see around Akiba. Everyone is walking towards the main street, which is still cordoned off. Daru, aren't you going to check out Radicon? No point. Can't get close. I've been following the news online, though. There's already 100 threads about it on @channel. It's huge, man. Oh, so that's why he was staring at his phone earlier. We enter Daibaru and take the elevator to the 5th floor, ATF Assembly Hall. Man, feel that AC. I'm alive. Unlike the lab, Daibaru has air conditioning, yet another reason for our diligent participation in the seminar. About the phone wave name subject to change, I might have found our answer. You know that name subject to change thing is really annoying. Thank you! Oh my god! I won't give in that easily. Even if no other lab members use name subject to change, I will carry on until the day we decide its true name. How did I know? How did I know? I knew it was going to be like that. Now's not the time. So what's your latest ridiculous theory? What do you mean ridiculous? My genius brain considers every possibility, even those a lesser mind would say break the laws of nature. Don't you dare call that ridiculous. So basically, you're just pulling stuff out of your ass. You can't call that science. Daru, I have a hunch that the phone wave, name subject to change, may be the key to opening Steins Gate. How's that? Steins what? You lost me back at ridiculous, man. A chime signals our arrival on the 5th floor. The elevator doors open slowly. As we step out of the elevator... Ah! I bump into someone. I quickly grab the person's shoulder to keep them from falling. I'm sorry. What? It's a girl. And I recognize her. You! Impossible. Chills run down my spine. I stare at her face in disbelief. I saw this girl just 3 hours ago. Makise Kurisu. Is there something wrong? Kurisu frowns and tries to back away, but I don't let go of her shoulder. My grip tightens. Ow! You should be dead. Why are you here? And you're even... There isn't a single bloodstain on her clothes, and they're the same ones she was wearing when I found her. Only a serious wound could have produced that much blood. Yet as far as I can tell, she's completely uninjured. Not a scratch. Hey, that hurts! Let me go! Kurisu pushes me away. Then she shoots me a wary glare. I realize that I'm gaping in disbelief. What's wrong with you? You're okay? But that's impossible. Someone stabbed you. I saw you lying in a pool of blood. That again? Daru interrupts. Wait, there's something strange about what he just said. What do you mean, again? I mean, you sent me that email like a week ago, right? I sent you an email? Don't be ridiculous. I saw her dead just 3 hours ago. Hey, could you not talk about me like that? I'm perfectly fine. You know, that message was kind of weird. It was dated a week after I got it, which means it came from the future. It came from the future? That sounds like something you'd read on the internet, Daru. It's rare for you to talk about ridiculous theories. No, the date was definitely a week later. It came from, the 28th. Wait, that's today. Daru pulls out his phone and shows it to me. He's right. The email was sent from my phone. He received it on July 21st at 12:56, but it was sent on July 28th at 12:54. It was split into three mails. Someone stabbed Makise Kurisu. Don't. Why did I send such a short message in 3 parts? And it looks like the 3rd email got cut off. I do recognize the content, though. This is the email I sent you 3 hours ago. But I sent 1 mail, not 3, and there should be more text. Did Daru really get this a week ago? Interesting. Suddenly, Kurisu is standing next to me, peering intently at the screen of Daru's phone. Oh, right. The email's not important. Well, maybe it is, but not right now. The real question is why she's still alive. Is she an illusion? No. An evil spirit? Am I haunted? I don't believe in such unscientific drivel. I'm a mad scientist. I timidly reach out to Kurisu's face. My fingertips stroke her hair. Feels silky. Quite the cuticles. Substance. She has substance. Of course she's not a ghost. How silly of me. Oh, Corinne, I don't think that's a good idea. I poke Kurisu's cheeks with my fingers. Such softness. Dead bodies don't feel like this. Not that I've ever touched one. Hey. Wait a minute. We already touched when I bumped into her coming out of the elevator. I even grabbed her shoulders before being pushed away. And I still doubted that she had substance? That's just proof of how confused I am. If she's alive, then what did I see back at Radicon? What was that scream I heard? Were they hallucinations, just like that mass disappearance? That's right, she was stabbed. Maybe she's just hiding her wounds. This requires further investigation. Please stop. No. Oh, no, 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 no. I grab the hem of her blouse and slowly lift it. Are you trying to get yourself arrested? I just want to know the truth. I stare straight back at Kurisu as she trembles with anger and lift her blouse a little higher. What truth, you perv? You stupid? Wanna die? She pushes my hand away. Louise Chan's famous line for the win. Louise Chan. The main heroine of the anime The Familiar of Ten is Tsundere. Her voice actress is the queen of Tsundere, Sugimiya Rie, nicknamed Sugyu. Okay. once again fictional. Daru shouts something silly, but I ignore him and press Kurisu. I know what I saw. No way, did you just see my underwear? Kurisu's face turns bright red. She firmly pulls her blouse down. No, you fool, not that! Earlier this afternoon, after Dr. Nakabachi's presentation, someone killed Makise Kurisu and left her in a pool of blood. I carefully explain everything that I saw. Wait, Dr. Nakabachi? What are you talking about, Okarin? Dr. Nakabachi's presentation was cancelled. Cancelled? Yeah, because of the satellite crash. Something's wrong. Our stories aren't matching. It's the same thing that happened right after I saw the mass disappearance. My Yuri story didn't match mine. I need to know. Am I caught in some sinister plot? Is this another organization conspiracy? Excuse me, my name is Hoenn Kyoma. Really, man? You're hopeless. Okay, Hoenn-san, I'd like to hear your story in more detail. Looks like she finally understands I'm not lying, but I still don't understand why my memories don't match everyone else's. I doubt that I can give her a good explanation. Just then, an older man steps out of the assembly hall. Makise-san, it's almost time. Huh? Oh, right, thank you. Kurisu glances at me one more time, then sighs and heads towards the small conference room. We should go too. Go where? To hear the lecture, duh. Ah, that. Daru follows after Kurisu. Did she come to attend the lecture too? Strange. Why would the girl genius, Makise Kurisu, need to attend a lecture like this? Okay, my guess was a bit off. The girl genius didn't come to attend the lecture. I'd like to thank everyone for coming to hear me speak today. She's the one giving the lecture. Japan's famous girl genius Makise Kurisu, who had her thesis published at the tender age of 17. According to Daru, she turned 18 a few days ago. I first heard about her when Daru pointed her out in a gossip magazine article. That's when he told me that she was going to be a guest at ATF. I'd forgotten all about it. It's my first time giving a lecture like this, so please forgive me if I'm a little nervous. The audience is pretty mixed. It's mostly students like us, but there are also a couple of professors. And Kurisu just gave me a sharp look. What did I do? What do you mean, what did you do? You nearly assaulted her! Like... Bro! When I return her stare, she quickly averts her eyes. I don't care if she's a genius or whatever, I still don't like her. She may have these people fooled with her timid girl act, but I learned at Radicon how cunning and aggressive she really is. Even if her murder was some kind of hallucination, my judgment of her character is still correct. For today's lecture, I've been asked to speak on the subject of time travel. It's not really my area of expertise, but I'll try my best. Time travel? Oh-ho. Let me start by saying that time travel is an absurd concept. Objection! Oh dear God, why? What? Every member of the audience, not just Kurisu, is startled by my interruption. Yeah! Why wouldn't they be? Perhaps I'm being slightly rude here. What do you mean? You are being so unimaginably rude right now. But I'm not one to just sit and listen to some genius girl's drivel. It's presumptuous for you to claim that time travel is absurd. Okarin, you magnificent fool! Sitting at my side, Daru throws me a small salute. ATF staff are approaching, probably to kick me out. Perhaps I got too carried away. Okay. It's fine, I guess. It'll be easier to talk in a discussion format. Thanks to her proposal, the event staff refrained from escorting me out. She sounds a little pissed, but let's not mind that. But before that, please listen to my thoughts on the subject. Scientists have proposed many theoretical models of time travel, but there are 11 in particular that bear mentioning. What are the major theories of time travel? I've heard about the cosmic string theory, at least. The 11 theories. Neutron star theory, black hole theory, light speed theory, tachyon theory, I think is how you say that, wormhole theory, exotic matter theory, cosmic string theory, quantum gravity theory, cesium laser theory. I hope I said that right. Elementary particle ring and laser theory. Dirac antiparticle theory. Okay, lots of theories. Not bad. Perhaps Makise Kurisu is a worthy rival after all. However, all of these models are purely theoretical. Some of them even contradict each other. Well, what if someone comes up with a 12th model? Right, well. It could be contradicted by the 13th model now, couldn't it? Damn, she twisted my question and used it against me. Touché, genius girl. Suddenly, I feel eyes on me. Some puffed-up professors are giving me hard looks from across the room. Yeah, gee, I wonder why. Maybe I got too carried away. I don't want to risk losing my credits. I should back off for now. By the way, time travel to the future is available to us right now, according to Einstein's special theory of relativity. For example, let's say someone were to go to Haneda Airport and board a plane headed for Okinawa. Upon arrival, that person would be about 100 millionths of a second farther into the future than I am. What does that mean? According to the special theory of relativity, time moves slower for objects as they approach the speed of light. For example, if you could run at near the speed of light, you could reach a point where time only moves half as fast for you. If you were to keep running at that speed for 24 hours, 48 hours would elapse in the rest of the world, meaning you would jump one day into the future. Understand, Hoenn Kyoma? Gah! Why are you singling me out? I'm doing my best to hold back, but it looks like Makise Kurisu wants to pick a fight. I wish that she hadn't said that name in front of so many people. It's too great a risk to let others know my true name. But that's not really time travel, is it? Now a professor calmly makes an objection. True, Makise Kurisu's example isn't strictly time travel per se, but I never expected an older man, a professor at that, to refute an 18-year-old girl. Maybe he's just testing the genius girl's resilience. Yes, you're right. The genius girl readily concedes the point. If she were a normal 18-year-old, it would be impossible for her to be this calm in front of all these people. A normal 18-year-old would panic when refuted by such a distinguished-looking professor. And yet, Makise Kurisu's giving off an aura of gustiness that says, I can take this guy on. Gutsiness? Gutsiness. I meant gutsiness. Then what about going to the past? Going to the past is possible right now. Take a look at the sky at night. You can see light from tens of thousands of years ago, can't you? That's not time travel either. This time it's a nearby student who objects. Well, I was just getting started. Was it just me, or did Kurisu look a little nervous just now? Let's say we wanted to make a machine that could physically transport people through time. What would we need? The best candidates for this are cosmic strings and wormholes. A cosmic string is a string-shaped crevice with extreme mass. A string-shaped crevice? That must be how they enter our universe. But do cosmic strings really exist? Oh, well, at least it's doing a diagram for me, because I need visuals for this stuff. This is all so above my head. The crevice is about as wide as an elementary particle, and at least as long as the diameter of a galaxy. Yeah, I don't understand that, but okay. It has immense mass, so it distorts space-time. If you were to travel through that distortion, you could make a full circle around the string in less than 360 degrees. In short, you can do something resembling a warp. This is called a space-time angular deficit. Deficit. When you pass through an area of angular deficit, transit time becomes 0. Now we apply this to a cosmic string moving at near light speed. According to the special theory of relativity, time will flow slower for the cosmic string in relation to its surroundings. Therefore, passing through the area of angular deficit would cause the transit time to become negative instead of 0. In other words, you will arrive in the past after transit. If you use two cosmic strings, you can do a space deficit jump. If you loop back to your original location, you can return to the same time you started revolving. And that, roughly speaking, is time travel by means of cosmic strings. By the way, just so nobody misunderstands, cosmic strings are not the same as superstrings. Now then, you need 3 things in order to travel to the past with cosmic strings. First, the cosmic strings themselves, 2 strings to be exact. By the way, they are hypothesized to exist only where the universe was first formed, so they might be a little hard to find. Second, you would need the energy required to make them move, at near light speed. How much energy do you think you'd need to accelerate something as long as the Milky Way to near the speed of light? I'm pretty sure it's a little more than 1.21 gigawatts. This earns a few chuckles from the audience. Third, you'd need a spaceship capable of reaching these cosmic strings and returning, with the time traveler alive, of course. What do you think, Hoenn-san? Care to take on the challenge of cosmic string time travel? Like that's even possible. And why the hell is she addressing me? I wasn't even the one who jeered this time. Looks like Hoenn-san doesn't want to take the challenge. In that case, let's consider wormholes. They may be a little more realistic than cosmic strings. By the way, Hoenn-san, do you know what wormholes are? No, don't ask me. I'm trying to hold back here. Since I've been challenged, though, I can't leave the question unanswered. It's like a shortcut through space, right? Yes, that's correct. Phew, I got it right. I sigh inwardly in relief. There are 2 wormholes joined by a tunnel. No matter how far away the wormholes are, transit time through the tunnel is 0. But oh no, there's a problem. The wormhole tunnel suffers from supergravity and collapses as soon as it opens. So we need something to negate the effect of gravity. So-called exotic matter, a substance with negative mass which repulses other matter. Negative mass, huh? Is it anything that floats if you leave it on the ground? Maybe not. I can't even begin to imagine what it would be like. Kurisu raises her right fist. Say that the wormhole tunnel is being squished by an invisible fist. In order to pass through, you need something that could oppose my fist's grasping force so that I can't squish anymore. Kurisu opens her fist. If you stabilize the tunnel with exotic matter injection, instantaneous travel between wormholes becomes possible. To travel through time, however, takes a little more effort. For example, let's say there's a wormhole entrance here in Akihabara and the exit is in Los Angeles. First, we send the wormhole in LA all the way to the end of the universe at near the speed of light, and once it's there, we yank it back to LA. How? According to the special theory of relativity, time slows down for objects moving at the speed of light, meaning the hole that returned to LA would be further in the past than the Akihabara hole. So now, if Hoenn-san jumped into the wormhole, he'd arrive in LA several years before he left. However, this still can't be called true time travel. It only seems that way. This is called the Urashima effect. The important part is to return to Akihabara from LA through the wormhole once more, since the transit time is 0. Hoenn-san will return to Akihabara several years in the past, time travel complete. The prerequisites for wormhole travel are simpler than the ones for cosmic string travel. First, the wormhole itself. They may exist somewhere in the universe, but nobody has ever seen one. Second, the energy required to move a wormhole to the end of the universe and back at near light speed. Third, exotic matter, which, by the way, has not been confirmed to exist. So implementation of either one would require a ridiculous amount of effort. Now do you see what I meant when I said that time travel is an absurd concept? Time travel theories are all just thought experiments. Not one of them can create a viable time machine. That is my answer. Isn't there anything simpler, like something you can pull out of a drawer and just use, or something? I'm afraid not. A firm declaration. This is the limit of modern physics. I can't say how it might change in 10 years, though. Besides, even if someone did overcome the logistical requirements, there may be other factors that prevent time travel from working. And that's because fundamental problems concerning the principle of causality have not yet been solved. You mean time paradoxes and conservation of mass? The mass of the entire universe is constant. If a time machine traveled from the future to the past, there would suddenly be the extra mass of the time machine and its pilot in the past. I remember reading in a book, not a terribly reputable book, but still, that such a violation of mass conservation would put the universe in danger. It didn't say what kind of danger, though. If you think that conservation of mass applies to macro systems like the universe or microsystems like atoms or elementary particles, you're mistaken. What? Is that true? Heh. Ah! She's laughing at my reaction, that little... Gugh, how mortifying. Conservation of mass only applies to chemical reactions. It doesn't hold in modern physics at all. Something can come from nothing. Wow, that's pretty amazing. Then what is the problem? The time paradox of time paradoxes. In other words, the grandfather paradox. Oh, that thing where you kill your own ancestors before you were born? As long as this paradox goes unsolved, time travel can never be realized. Never. What if you just don't kill them? You can't think of it like a sci-fi movie. It's not just about your family tree. There are far greater dangers than that. Really? It doesn't seem that dangerous. Any paradox, no matter how small, would cause the total collapse of causality, relativity, and every other physical law in existence. Paradoxes are nothing more than thought experiments. They cannot occur in reality, and they should not. Nothing that is even a 0.00001% chance of causing a paradox can happen. The universe won't allow it. Wouldn't you say this is the logical conclusion? There may be loopholes, like parallel worlds or the self-consistency principle, but these seem too much like fantasy for me to accept. Gah! I grind my teeth. When I see Makise Kurisu looking at me with her composed expression, I avert my eyes. Looks like I have no choice but to concede. Makise Kurisu truly is a genius. I ended up listening to all of Kurisu's lecture at ATF. After the two time travel theories she introduced at the beginning, she explained the rest with equal eloquence. She seemed a little nervous at first, but that quickly changed as she spoke. By the end, it was an impressive lecture. So impressive that you wouldn't think it was an 18-year-old's first time. She did well to respond to my malicious questions with sarcasm. She's got guts. Wait, why am I praising her? Leaving that aside, I saw Makise Kurisu dead. And yet, she's alive. My memories don't mesh with reality. And not just about Kurisu. My conversations with Daru and Mayuri didn't make sense either. Everything would be solved if I just told myself that what I saw was a dream. An illusion. It never happened. But never say never. This leaves me with no choice. After parting ways with Daru at ATF, I headed to Yanabayashi Shrine. I need to get exercised? Oh, okay. I seriously doubt that the Mikase Kurisu at ATF was a ghost. Regardless, it's natural to seek an exorcism after such an experience. I'm Japanese. It's in our blood. Yanabayashi Shrine is located on the other side of Kanda River. To find it, enter the first side road after crossing Manseibashi Bridge. It's a very small shrine that doesn't fit with their surrounding multi-tenant buildings. Kanda Myojin is the more famous shrine in Akiba, but I deliberately chose this one. The shrine is so small you could easily miss it if you weren't looking. Regardless, I can hear the chirping of cicadas, from the few trees growing here. It's Okurin! Tuturu! There are two girls standing in front of the main building. One of them is Mayuri. The other is a docile-looking beauty in traditional Miko attire. Urushibara Luka. A stunning example of feminine charm and grace. Lips delicate like cherry blossoms in bloom. The essence of Japanese beauty. The chief priest's son. That's right. Son. Lovely in every way, but he's a guy. Yeah, you're dressing up like a lady on purpose, aren't you? Good afternoon, Okebe-san. He bows his head. The voice of a girl, the mannerisms of a girl. More feminine than any girl I know. But he's a guy. Taller than Mayuri, yet oh so slender. But he's a guy. Looks stunning in Miko robes. But he's a guy. Holding a bamboo broom, apparently in the middle of cleaning. But he's a guy. It's almost evening, yet still hot as hell outside. But he's a guy. Damn cicadas won't shut up. But he's a guy. Like, okay, got the point. I understand. He's a dude. Very, very hardcore dude. Lukako, that blade I gave you, what happened to it? He's a friend of mine. I call him Lukako. We met when I rescued him from some aggressive photographers in Akiba's pedestrian heaven. It also It also happens that Lukako and Mayuri are classmates. I learned that fact after I had gotten to know him. Lukako is taken aback by my sharp question. He starts fidgeting with a flushed face and tears in his eyes. You mean Demon Sword Sumedare? Correct. I bought it for you so you could learn to control your power. Oh yeah, you bought it at Bladeworks, right? I think you said it cost 980... Don't say another word. Any more and they will come to silence you. They're gonna silence me? Thanks for worrying about me, Okarin. But who are they? I ignore Mayuri's question. So, Lukako, are you making sure to practice with Sumidare like I told you to? Yes, I do practice swings once a day. As long as you carry it and master the Seishin Zenma School of Swordsmanship, you can prevent the dark flame inside you from consuming your soul. What? Demon Sword Sumidare may be an imitation sword, but that is only the form it takes to hide from the world. When one worthy to wield it appears, it unleashes its true power. And it was on sale for only 980 yen, tax included. Thank you, Okabe-san. It was a wonderful present. My name isn't Okabe. It's Okarin. I'm sorry, Kyoma-san. As long as you understand. Now speak the words. El Sai Konglu? No, not Kongaloo, Kongru. Yes. El Sai Kongru. Did I get it right? Lukako smiles happily as I nod. Thank you. Such a lovely smile. But he's a guy. Such a beautiful master-disciple relationship. Mayushi's not a fujoshi, but she's getting a little excited. Mayuri-chan, please don't imagine such things. Jeez. Though we do have a master-disciple relationship, I, Ho, and Kyoma have gone to great lengths to teach Lukako about the evil conspiracies that rule the world and how to resist them. That stuff about Demon Sword Sumidare is part of that training. Looks aside, Lukako is very obedient and hardworking. Plus, he's always eager to learn new things. My master couldn't ask for a better disciple. Though he does have the weaknesses of not catching on too quickly and being too shy. What are you doing here, Mayuri? I came to see Lukakun. Komi-ma's coming up next month, and I want him to cosplay as Kirari-chan from Rainet, but he won't say yes. But cosplaying, that's just too embarrassing for me. But I'm sure you'll look great in it. The phrase, someone this cute can't be a girl, is really popular, you know. Come on, make your cosplay debut. Mayuri's hobby is making costumes. She's made at least 30 so far, but it's rare for her to wear one herself. Instead, she seems to get her kicks from seeing other people wear them. And it looks like she's chosen Lukako as her next target. Naturally, the costume Mayuri is currently raving about is for a female character. Normally, I would understand why a man wouldn't want to dress like a girl, but come on. Lukako has no problem wearing Miko robes. Why should cosplay be any different? But whatever. I have business to take care of. Save the trivial stuff for later. But it's really important to Mayushi. And it's trivial to me. Anyway, Lukako, there's a good reason for my being here today. I need you to perform an exorcism. An exorcism? Then I'll go get my dad. Please wait. No, it's nothing that serious. I just need some peace of mind. That's why I came here instead of Kanda Shrine. So with that said, bring out the usual. The usual? You mean Sumidare? No, who the hell uses a demon sword for an exorcism? The usual for an exorcism should be obvious. I don't know what it's called, but it's that stick with the zigzaggy paper thingies that the priest does a shaky thingy with. That sounded really dumb, Okarin. Quite a shock to hear that from Mayuri. Oh, the Onusa. But I don't know if my father will lend it to me. I'll go ask him. Lukako makes a quick bow, then runs off towards his house, which is on the shrine grounds. Meanwhile, Mayuri takes her pocket watch out of her bag to check the time. It's a very old watch, not the sort you'd expect a high school girl to carry. Its name is Pockety. Obviously, that's the name Mayuri gave it, not its brand name or anything. Ever since elementary school, Mayuri has carried Pockety with her everywhere. It's her most important treasure. Well, time for me to go to work. Do your best. You going straight home afterwards? Yep. Mayuri lives in Ike... Oh boy. Mayuri lives in Ikebukuro. She comes to Akiba by train just about every day. It should be obvious since we're childhood friends and all, but I live in Ikebukuro too. Though I've been staying at the lab since summer break began. See you tomorrow. I call Mayuri to stop before she trots off. Wait, Mayuri, back at Radikan, you heard a man scream, right? Scream? Mayuri blinks several times and puts her finger to her temple as if in thought. Then she gives her usual smile. When was that again? This afternoon. I don't think I heard anything. Oh, well, alright. Okurin's a weirdo. Bye-bye, toot-toot-oo! Mayuri leaves, this time for good, though she pauses to wave at least a half-dozen times before disappearing beyond the archway. Thanks for waiting, Okabe-san. Lukako returns shortly after Mayuri leaves. In his hands is the white ziggy-ziggy thing I asked for. Dad let me borrow it, thank goodness. Did Mayuri-chan leave? Don't worry about Mayuri. Begin the exorcism at once, Lukako. Okay, but do you really want me to do it? What exactly am I exercising anyway? Lukako was flustered. Is he really up to this? I'm beginning to doubt. I should have known better. The instant doubt touches my heart. A terrible chill shoots up my spine. Gah, it's the evil spirit. In my arm! I grab my violently shaking wrist. Be still, foul spirit. Gah! Hurry, Lukako, it's trying to take over. No way. Please hang in there, Okabe-san. I'm not Okabe-san. I'm sorry, Kiyoma-san. But what should I do? The exorcism. Hurry, just do it, like I taught you. Okay. With a serious look on his face, Lukako grasps the onusa with both hands as if it were a sword. His stance is impressive. I've taught him well. His face is red and he can barely talk. It looks like he wants to say something, but is hesitating. Panicking because he feels awkward? Tch, amateur. Please, Luca, expel this spirit from me. I don't want to kill you. Lukako starts crying. Looks like he's really worried. Reason tells me he's a guy, but his lovely appearance makes me feel guilty, like I made a frail girl cry. But despite the tears welling up in his eyes, it looks like Lukako's managed to work up his resolve. Hear me, evil spirit! He raises the onusa up high, shaking it left and right. Please leave from Kiyoma-san. That's great, now strike my arm with those zigzags. 8! The tip of the onusa touches my upper arm. In an anime, this would be the cue for some dramatic shockwave to occur, but nothing like that happens. The only sound is the chirping of cicadas. Did it work? I take a deep breath. The trembling in my arm has stopped. I'm okay. Looks like you drove away the evil spirit. Good job, Lukako. Lukako sighs in relief and blushes. I'm glad I was able to help. His shy smile really does make him look like a girl. Oh, big stretch. Oh man, how long have I been at this anyway? 'Cause I'm starting to get hungry. Only a little over 2 hours. Well, I'll go for a little more, and... Oh, I don't know how long ago that message was sent. Sorry! Have a good one! Ooh. I'll go for a little bit longer, then I should probably get something to eat. After I get back to the lab, I take the broken TV down to the Braun Tube workshop for repairs. Daru and Mayuri have already gone home, so I have to carry the TV down the narrow staircase by myself. It's brutal, back-breaking work, but I manage. I push the workshop door open with my hips and head inside. The room is dimly lit by the setting sun, but the gloom is offset by the glare from the gigantic CRT in the center of the room. A 42-inch CRT television. It doesn't seem like something you could get in modern Japan. With LCD TVs becoming the new standard, I seriously doubt anyone would want a bulky old CRT. Yo, what's up, Okabe? Sitting in front of the huge CRT is an equally huge man reading a sports newspaper. He's the workshop's manager, actually the owner of this whole building, Tenoji Yugo. I call him Mr. Braun. It's a fitting name for someone who loves brawn tubes. What's up? That TV you gave me broke, that's what. I bet you were treating it rough, weren't ya? I barely managed to set the heavy TV on the counter. Love, you gotta treat him with love. A muscle-bound bald guy talking about love. It sends shivers down my spine. I'll need repairs post-haste. Man, why do you always talk like that? Mr. Braun begins investigating the cause of the problem. With nothing better to do, I look around the store. I don't know if it's just the dust hanging in the air, but something feels stagnant about this place. There are CRT screens everywhere. The haphazard layout makes them seem like junk, but they're all functional according to Mr. Braun. He's got a full range of both old and new. Some of them are probably older than me. There are even some flat screen and HD CRTs that came out just before LCDs took the market. You're open late today. Don't you usually close around 7? The crowds in Akiba thin quickly at night. At the major electronics stores close around 8 or 9 o'clock. And then, as if the liveliness of the day was simply a lie, the town goes silent. I'm expecting someone. You mean that chipmunk of yours? Don't be calling my little girl a chipmunk, you hear? The manager glares at me and takes a photo from his wallet. It is a picture of a young girl shyly making a peace sign at the camera. One might assume this muscle-bound man to be some kind of pervert, but the girl is actually his daughter. She's about 12 years old now, I think. His love for her is second only to his love for CRTs. Or was it the other way around? I see her in the store every now and again. What was her name again? If you touch Nae, you're dead. That's it, Nae. A rare name that means to braid. She pops up at the store now and again, so we've interacted with her before. And by we, I mean Mayuri, since she's the only one Nae gets along with. Nae always hides when she sees me or Daru. I must admit, I'm impressed she can sense my aura of madness at such an early age. Mr. Braun makes a grandiose kissing gesture at his daughter's photo. Once again, shivers down my spine. But seriously, besides your daughter, has this workshop ever had a customer? I've been renting the second floor for about 6 months, but I don't recall ever seeing a customer. I would be surprised if this place were actually making any money. Ain't a customer. He puts away the photo and goes back to checking the TV, leaving me with that vague answer. There's probably just a loose solder on the board. I can fix it. Really? Well then by all means. Hold on, I'll get you an estimate. What? You're charging me? What'd you think? This ain't some charity. You're the one who gave us the TV. Yeah, so what? Never said I'd service it for free. Curse you. You have some gall to say that after foisting a half-broken piece of junk onto us. Oh, shut up. If you don't want it, I can take it back, though I'll have to charge you for its safe disposal. Extortion! You dare cheat the man who very well may change the future of mankind? Ha! Who's that now? Me, of course. Who else? Brush your teeth and go to sleep, kid. You've got some nerve to be back talking when I'm letting you rent the second floor for next to nothing. You shall have your money, Mr. Braun. In the end, I'm no match for him. Just then I hear the door open. I look up to see that a girl has entered the store. She's wearing a vintage jacket and tight shorts that highlight her long limbs and athletic figure. I find myself particularly impressed by her well-defined thighs. What's up? Suddenly, time stops. It feels like someone activated the world. I'm sorry, what? The power to stop time, one of the supernatural abilities called stands that appear in the popular manga Juju's Bizarre Adventures? So they're referencing JoJo, okay. Those with the ability to use stands are called stand users. The Worldo. Can't believe I'm seeing a JoJo reference in here. What the fuck? Okay. The girl is still standing there with her arm in the air. Her smile gradually fades into confusion. What kind of reaction was she hoping for? Seriously. Anyway, is she the person Mr. Braun was expecting? Maybe she's someone who he knows personally. Another daughter? Or dare I say his girlfriend? She finally drops her pose and clears her throat. I called earlier. I'm Amane. And just like that, time starts moving again. Oh, so you're the kid for the job interview. I'm Tanoji, the manager. A job interview? This young woman? You want to work at the dull, dirty, depressing, debt-ridden Braun Tube workshop with this filthy old manager? You want an extra 1,000 yen added to your rent? My words are but the truth, though I suppose it's not my place to get involved. Anyway, I had no idea the Braun Tube workshop was hiring. You always look so free. I didn't know you needed the help. Actually, I'm the one who begged for the job. The girl looks a little embarrassed. The boss refused at first, but I wouldn't take no for an answer. That's honestly surprising. Kids with drive are rare these days. Take a seat right there, young lady. Oh, thank you. Looks like they're going to have a formal interview. I was going to leave, but since Mr. Braun hasn't kicked me out, I'll stick around a bit longer. The girl's expression is stiff. I guess she's nervous. Just because of a part-time job interview? In contrast to how she said she wouldn't take no for an answer, she doesn't seem so enthusiastic. Right. What's your name again? Amane Suzuha. Age? 18. Same as me. Student? No. She shakes her head. Why do you want to work here? Because I love CRTs. Hired! You start tomorrow. Wait, what? Is this some sort of joke? Are we on camera? Thanks, boss. Finally, Amane Suzuha seems to relax. Then she looks at me. Who are you? You dare ask my name? Banish the thought from your head, girl. To learn it would place your life in jeopardy. Countless women have learned my name only to find themselves targets of the organization. Sarah in America, Claudia in Italy, Simone in France. I won't put anyone else in danger. Hey, stop pulling things out of your ass. He just doesn't understand my pain. This idiot rents the second floor. Name's Okabe Rintaro. My name is not Okabe, it's Hoen. Quit it, or I raise your rent. I'm Okabe Rintaro. The girl stands up, places her hand on my shoulder, and looks at me with a serious expression. I don't know anything about this organization that's after you, but if you're ever in trouble, Okabe Rintaro, let me know. I can help with stuff like that. Huh? Even he's confused. Stuff? Like what? If necessary, I can hurt them so bad they'll never bother you again. Mr. Braun, I don't think you should hire her. Yeah, she might be a wild one. I'll fire her if she causes any trouble. Anyway, ignore that organization nonsense. It's all in Okabe's head. It is? You just keep thinking that. But someday the world will kneel before me. Wahahaha! And then Amane Suzuha stares straight at me again. Maybe she has a habit of looking people in the eye. So that's the current trend. Thanks for the tip. Trend? I don't think so. Okay. Interesting interaction. Ah! I hit a button and that... Oh no. What's the backlog? Go back to the backlog. Where is it? So hot. That's it? Okay. Okay, we're fine then. We're fine then. I still want to save though. Yeah, we'll overwrite it. Okay, and then what I should do is, where is it? There it is. I'm going to see who is available to raid, because I need to eat some food, and I don't want to leave all of you hanging. Oh, there's a few people that are online right now. In that case, since one of my peeps that I follow is playing Paper Mario, I'll send you her way. She's really nice and very cozy and has a really good setup. Hopefully she's not ending her stream right this second as I'm sending you there. She's got her Patreon stuff up, so I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I am gonna send you her way and just say hi if you feel like it. And yeah, I am going to eat some food. Alright. Bye. Thanks for joining me.